If AI has started showing up in your work, I want to talk about something important that you should be aware of. What many might not realize is that AI knows absolutely nothing. AI is simply making a guess based on patterns that it has seen before. This can be wonderful when AI gets things right, but it can be damaging when it gets things wrong. I'm Drew Styling. Let's talk about what to do when you sense that AI is guessing wrong. AI doesn't have knowledge like you or I do, and a lot of people who know me might think that that's a good thing. AI does not understand, well, anything. Like that know-it-all at the coffee shop, AI always thinks that it is right, and it never has the slightest clue that it is wrong. So in order for us to get the best out of AI, we really need to learn how to sense when AI really has no idea what it is talking about. Let's look at how vague prompts can lead to nonsense answers. One of the most common ways that you can tell that AI is not being helpful is by noticing when it avoids specifics. It gives broad, fairly bland, fairly generic advice. It's like that new guy at college trying to get everyone in the dorm to like him. If you ask AI advice about how to solve a specific accounting problem in your organization and it uses buzzwords without clearly articulating the pros and cons of a strategy, there is a decent likelihood that AI does not know what it is talking about. As you can see here, this second paragraph is pure fluff. It is extremely safe, unoriginal advice. When you see things like that, you can trust that AI probably does not have anything truly insightful to say. Another way that AI signals that it does not really know what it is talking about is when it starts adding some background details that have absolutely nothing to do with what you asked it to tell you. There's some major misdirection work going on here. Something else to keep an eye out for is when AI starts mentioning things that you never told it. It adds background, assumptions, or context that you didn't provide. When that happens, it's worth pausing. Most of the time, AI does not check facts. It just tries to be helpful by guessing what might make sense. Let's look at this soccer example here. I asked AI, why did the coach decide to switch to a 4-3-3 formation in the second half, and how did the players respond to the change? The honest answer from AI would be, I have no idea which coach or which players or which game you're talking about, so I have nothing insightful to say. Instead, we got several paragraphs of nonsense. Let's now take a look at this question about career paths. There is no hard data, no facts, no figures. It's a bunch of platitudes trying very hard to sound wise. Don't fall for it. A lot of problems with AI can be solved by giving it prompts that are more specific. Let's ask AI about longtime NBA player Taj Gibson. In this first question, I asked the very open-ended discussion of, was Taj Gibson a good basketball player? A lot of these sentences in AI's response here are pure fluff, like the kind of player that coaches love. But if you wrote a prompt that asked for a more narrow response, such as which specific skills could a young basketball player learn from Taj Gibson, and what are the keys to mastering those skills, you will see a more insightful answer, talking about things like verticality, disciplined interior defense, boxing out, etc. This question about what makes for a pretty skyline could have a lot of different answers for a lot of different people. But with its response here, AI is just throwing out a bunch of ideas and hoping that one of those ideas clicks with you. On the other hand, if you ask AI a specific, clear question about the Chicago skyline, it will use well-defined terms like the Chicago School, windows of location, names of specific buildings like the Willis Tower, the Chicago Board of Trade, and the Tribune Tower. The point is, the more specific you are with your question, the better of reply that AI will often give you. If you take one thing from this video, it is this. If AI's response to you seems like a lot of fluff, take a look at your prompt and see if you can be more detailed and more specific. And if you give AI a better prompt and it is still spouting nonsense, then I recommend this cutting-edge invention, books. I'm Drew Styling. Thanks for watching. And to me, it will always be called the Sears Tower.